So, welcome back students. We are basically discussing a combination of starting material, functional group and transformation based strategies for small molecular target molecules. And in the last lecture we talked about a mechanism based approaches, like we discussed Payne rearrangement as well as Baeyer-Villiger based oxidation and its application. Now, today we will be trying to give you similar kind of mechanism based strategies, which are basically, if you are quite sure about the mechanism of a key transformation, that will help you to design some retro pathway. The problem which was given now is a small molecule, is a cyclopentenone structure, and the target molecule is basically this one, is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound which is having a cyclopentene core structure. Now, starting material initially I am giving it to you for your thinking independently. Starting material which was given, let us say toluic acid, metatoluic acid, starting material. Now, as you say, as you can see, basically the target molecule is not aromatic, but the starting material is aromatic. So, basically you need to think about a dearomatization reaction, and you all know the dearomatization reaction which is widely explored, named as Bach reduction. We have explained Bach reduction in terms of its mechanism and how different kind of substituted aromatic group with electron releasing and with electron withdrawing, that will give you two different regioisomeric product in the Bach reduction. Now, here if you do the retro, as it is a alpha beta unsaturated compound, probably the best retro will be the simple aldol dehydration, which we discussed many times. We say if you have a compound something like this, which will undergo a simple 1,2 beta elimination, a beta elimination of a water molecule, which is basically nothing, a aldol dehydration. Okay. Now, you try to draw the parent diketone compound which will undergoing this aldol reaction. So, you say if you having a compound, you put CH2, 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 3 CH2 will be there, CH2, 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 then methyl, and then we say that this particular this particular compound, you will be trying to have a this anion which will be reacting here. Okay. Now, we will be coming to this things little bit later on. You will find that there are other anions, like this anion is very extremely acidic because it is linked with CO2 and CHO, but in reality ketone form will come to it little bit later on. Now, see how this entire diketone was visualized. Now, this diketone, if you now see, this diketone can easily be made through a ozonolysis kind of ozonolysis or oxidative cleavage from this cyclohexene derivative. So, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this dicarbonyl compound. So, this is CO2, CHO, CH2, CH2, CH2. So, these 3 methylene will be here. So, is a oxidative cleavage or ozonolysis. Now, see we are almost close for this Bach reduction partner. Now, if this compound also can be synthesized from this compound. Now, what we need to do? You basically need to do a regioselective hydrogenation at this double bond of this compound to access this. Basically, need a regioselective hydrogenation. Now, last class we have discussed that if you have a homogeneous catalyst like Wilkinson's catalyst, which is basically triphenyl phosphine rhodium chloride, and you do a hydrogenation based on this catalyst. As this is a very bulky catalyst, this will always try to ensure the sterically less hindered olefin is reduced faster. and you can control the reduction. Now, this particular starting material will be easily coming from this toluate ester, which you can easily prepare from this toluic acid as a starting material. So, we have basically disconnected the molecule through a couple of interesting transformation, and also if you are quite sure about the Barch reduction mechanism, then you can predict this pathway. So, now the forward pathway, we will go to the forward pathway now. This toluic acid, first you do a esterification reaction, ETOH concentrated sulfuric acid, you esterified the molecule to give the corresponding ethyl toluate. Then do the Barch reduction with sodium, liquid ammonia, that, and now here I say this is a mechanism based strategy to keep in mind that you always get this regioisomer. You never get this regioisomer in the Barch reduction if you having a electron withdrawing group here. So, that is the most important thing here. Now, I say you do a hydrogenation with a Wilkinson catalyst that will give you the hydrogenation at sterically less hindered olefin site, and you are here. Now, do the ozonolysis which was earlier devised for this retro, then you will find that you basically get CO2 CHO and then CH2 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 your these things and these things. Now, I say there will be possibilities if you treat this compound with base. This hydrogen seems to be mostly acidic, and if this hydrogen reacts, it will also get a compound what will find the CO2 VT and CHO reacts, and you basically get, you can get this kind of aldol also. Okay. This kind of aldol, it's in principle is possible, because this hydrogen is much more kinetically acidity. So, in kinetic controlled condition you might get this aldol, but I say our product is something different. You have to have a alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. So, probably if this aldol undergoes elimination, you can have elimination here or elimination here, but you never get elimination here because there is no beta hydrogen. So, alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde from this aldol you can never make. Now, think about other condition which is thermodynamically controlled, because now this enolate is thermodynamically more stable because having extra methyl group here, extra alkyl group here. So, means that you allow the compound to react with base for more time, So, more time basically will give you the thermodynamically controlled enolate, and then this hydrogen will be abstracted and will react to this aldehyde, and then we can get this particular aldol which is required for us. Now, see, you can easily do the beta elimination and you can now get the desired compound as we earlier discussed. Now, what are the eventually the take home messages? The take home message is basically we are saying that if you having a clear cut idea about the mechanism of Barch reduction, then you can predict which regioisomer is forming, and then mechanism of aldol reaction, mechanism of aldol dehydration. So, we said aldol dehydration there are two possibilities, kinetically controlled product and thermodynamically controlled product. But if you try to allow a kinetically controlled product, you will not get the desired product in this case. Now, if you allow thermodynamically controlled product, means that you allow the starting material to generate the thermodynamically more stable enol, you get the desired product. So, if you have a clear cut concept about the mechanism of the aldol dehydration, then you will be able to do this transformation. And then finally, we are talking about a Wilkinson catalyst, which is a sterically bulky catalyst and fix or will undergo hydrogenation at sterically less hindered olefin. Sterically less hindered olefin will be hydrogenated. Let us say for this particular case, you are having CO2 here, methyl here. So, there are two hydrogenation site, this or this is sterically less hindered. So, this will be hydrogenated with this catalyst and basically you will get CO2 ET and this double bond. Now, this double bond will be doing the oxidative cleavage. Basically, a combination of a reaction which will help you to design the entire pathway in a very efficient manner. The next problem which we will be now discussing, it is an interesting one, but here the mechanism we have already discussed, same like Barch reduction. So, you won't focus about the mechanism much, we will say that how this reaction was visualized. A target molecule is this, and I say this target molecule can be accessed to this starting material with this CH3CO, CH2, CO2 ET, right. And actually this seems to be simple, this seems to be simple. If you see this target, you can basically visualize the target might be achieved from something like this compound. Like if you have this olefin and ketone, you can do a FGI through MCPBA based. As I say, MCPBA will also have the possibility to undergo or to make this Baeyer-Villiger reaction possible. So, probably this ketone you need to protect it. So, this ketone needs to be protected, PG. Let us first formulate the disconnection, then we will come to the forward synthesis. Now, here the starting material is given ethyl acetoacetate, that is a very simple starting material, and ethyl acetoacetate you all know, if you treat one equivalent of base, it basically gives you this carbon ion, because this is highly kinetic acidic, this hydrogen is extremely acidic. So, one equivalent of base will give you this. Now, we will now formulate that this part and this part is your starting material, the double bond CH2X CH2X. So, now what we are visualizing, we say we put this CO2 ET here and then we do the this connection. Okay. So, this now looks absolutely perfect. What you need to do? You basically need to remove this dicarboxylate ester by simple acid hydrolysis or basic hydrolysis and decarboxylation. These are basically beta keto ester. So, after hydrolysis this will give you beta keto acid. So, now we are almost close. So, you can basically try to get this with a minus with a double bond CH2X with a double bond CH